Hey everybody, this is D Hunter, bringing another action figure review. Today, we're going to look at the McFarlane DC Multiverse, the Flash, DC's Rebirth, and this is a black and white accent edition. This is a Big Bad Toy Store exclusive, limited amount made, so happy to get my copy. So let's take a look at the packaging. As you can see at the top, this is a gold label figure. Gold label simply means it's exclusive to somewhere. This one's exclusive to Big Bad Toy Store. DC, the Flash, DC Rebirth, black and white accent edition, McFarlane Toys, Big Bad Toy Store, 2023 exclusive, limited to 3,000 pieces. The top says DC, one side, the Flash, DC Rebirth, black and white accent, other side is blank. On the back, here's the figure, black and white accent. The bottom, got a bunch of credits, and there's his barcode, if that helps to help anybody. So the figure has this sort of cover on top of it. Open it up, and there's a fantastic presentation of the figure inside of here. Black and white accent, yellow sort of highlights. So with no further ado, let's open him up. Alright, now that I got this figure out of the package, here he is with all his accessories laid out. He comes with 6 different Speed Force effects, a display stand, a collector's card, and a stand for the collector's card. But before we take a look at those, let's talk about and check out the actual figure. So this is Flash from the Rebirth comics. This is Barry Allen, but this is a black and white accent version. The Rebirth Flash is arguably the best Flash figure they've made, although we'll see if the Flashpoint figure dethrones that one. But this is a unique version, black and white with yellow accents on his belt, boots, lightning symbols. So let's take a look. Start with his face here. He's got the signature sort of half grin, typical Barry Allen from the comics. Skin kind of gray, black and white look to him. Got the lightning bolts on the side of his head. He's got the logo sculpted deep into his chest. Looks very good. Different texture on different parts of the suit. It's smooth in the middle. It's got texturing down the sides there. Pretty well done as a whole. Lightning bolts all over this guy. Double jointed elbows, double jointed knees, bright yellow boots. Good looking figure. Nice black and white accent version of the Rebirth Flash. And just like a closer look at his face and head sculpt. Very well done. Just screams Barry Allen, that half grin. Now let's check out his accessories. And let's start off with the boring stuff. At least it's boring to me. Here's a display stand. Very unique display stand. Typically they come with a very basic black circle. This is a large black rectangle. Has a Flash logo in the middle. One peg for the peg holes on his feet. Kind of hollow. Still pretty cool. The Flash logo looks great on this. Now for his collector's card. As you can see, it's an image of the Barry Allen Flash. Kind of done in black and white with yellow accents. The Flash black and white accent edition. Backside, you have a certificate of authenticity. Mine is 1233 out of 3,000. Pretty cool. We also have the little display base for the collector's card. When put together, it's going to look like this. Nice little display next to your figure. Now for his Speed Force effects. He has 6 of them. They're cast in a semi-transparent plastic. It's kind of going to simulate lightning bolts. Here's Barry Allen in a running pose without the Speed Force effects attached. And here he is with the Speed Force effects attached. Here's this black and white accent Flash next to the original version of the Rebirth Flash. Like I said, it's their best Flash they've made so far. And I was definitely curious if there were any differences besides the obvious paint differences. And there are not. 100% the same sculpt. Here, look at their 2 faces. Got that nice signature grin for Barry Allen. Now that they've taken a pretty good look at the figure and his accessories, now let's check out his height. From bottom to the top of his head, standing at about 7.0 inches tall, which can translate to just under 18 centimeters. Now for his articulation. Starting with his head here, of course, it can rotate from side to side. You can look up and down about that far. Can't look up quite as much as I'd like to be able to sort of have him leaning forward into a running pose. Can tilt his head from one side to the other. Shoulders on a ball joint goes out more than 90 degrees. Up, down, around, all that good stuff. Butterfly joint between his shoulder and chest area. Increase the range of motion and cover that large gap. Bicep cut below that, but it can't seem to go all the way around. Double jointed elbows. His wrists can rotate, and it's going to be hinged as well. In his torso, he's got a ball joint, rotate around, forward and back. Another one in his waist, rotate around, forward and back. Between the two, very impressive range of motion in his torso area. Legs, complete dozen splits, not a ball joint, McFarlane style hip joints. They go forward, about that far, back, not much. Double jointed knees, and then his ankles, forward and back, rotate, tilt, rock, and of course, to articulation. Here's a look at this black and white Barry Allen running through the streets of Central City, and a look at both the black and white accent version and the original Rebirth version running toward each other. Now let's check them out next to some other action figures, starting off with some other Barry Allen Flash figures. Here's this black and white with yellow accent Flash next to the original version of the Rebirth Flash. Definitely McFarlane's best Flash so far. And they actually made 3 different versions of the Rebirth Flash at this point. One with the angry face that came in a 2-pack with Red Death, this black and white version, and the original Rebirth version. And here he is, next to the Injustice 2 Barry Allen Flash. Then, next to the Zack Snyder's Justice League, Ezra Miller Barry Allen Flash. And now, with the Grant Gustin CW Arrowverse TV show Barry Allen Flash. Here he is, next to McFarlane's DC Direct Page Punchers Barry Allen Flash. Then, next to the Speed Metal Barry Allen Flash. And now, next to the Flash film Ezra Miller Barry Allen Flash. Here are all the different McFarlane Barry Allen figures they've made so far. The next one coming out is going to be a Target exclusive Flashpoint figure, collected build Cyborg. Can't wait for that one. He might be their best Barry Allen yet. And here he is, next to a Noble Toys Bendy figure Flash. Then, with my DC Direct and DC Collectibles Barry Allen Flash figures. And now, with all of my Mattel Barry Allen figures. He has a striking resemblance to this Dark Knight Returns Barry Allen Flash. Dark costume, yellow boots. Now let's check him out next to the other Big Bad Toy Store exclusive McFarlane DC Multiverse black and white accent figure. This is the Page Puncher Superman, black and white with red accents. Both these are Big Bad Toy Store exclusives and limited to 3,000 pieces. They also made a black and white with green accent Spawn figure. I hope this has not become a regular thing. Black and white accent figures, Big Bad Toy Store exclusives. They look cool, but they're not necessary. Now let's check them out next to some other McFarlane DC Multiverse figures. Here are all the McFarlane DC Multiverse Barry Allen Flash figures they've made. Here are absolutely all the different Speedster figures McFarlane has made. The next one is going to be the Flashpoint Barry Allen, and then sometime in the future we're going to get a 2 or 3 pack with some more Dark Flash figures. Now McFarlane has made 3 different scales of Flash figures. We have the 7-inch McFarlane DC Multiverse figures, the 4-inch Superpowers figures, and the 3-inch Page Punchers. Now let's check them out next to some other recently released McFarlane DC Multiverse figures. Here are the 2 most recent releases, the Big Bad Toy Store exclusive black and white accent edition figures. And here he is, next to the 5th wave of Page Punchers, fighting the Frozen, Batman, Robin, Batgirl, and Mr. Freeze, and apparently there's a Platinum Chase version of Batgirl that I'm going to have to track down. Then, with the McFarlane Toy Store exclusive, Dick Grayson Robin, Superman in his Unchained Armor Patina variant, and the Kyle Rayner Blue Lantern. And now, with the entire wave of figures from the Flash film. Here's this Flash, next to some recent Target exclusive Gold Label figures. We have the Flashpoint Aquaman and Project Superman, the Jokerized Future State Batman, and then Impulse and Deadman. And here he is, next to some recent Walmart exclusive Gold Label figures. We have the Vampire Joker and Batman, Eradicator and Beast Boy. Then, with the Titans wave, collective build Beast Boy. And now, next to Wonder Woman and Shazam from Shazam Fury of the Gods. Here's Flash, next to the Arkham Knight Earth 2 Batman skin and the Arkham City Riddler. And here he is, next to the 2 most recent Mega figures, Calabac and Fulcrum Abominus. Then, with the 4th wave of Page Punchers, this is an Aquaman themed wave, Aquaman, Aqualad, Ocean Master, and Black Manta. And now, next to the Dark Knight Trilogy wave, collective build Bane from the Dark Knight Rises. Here's Flash, next to the Dark Knight's Metal Gladiator Batman, and the Kingdom Come Armored Batman. And here he is, next to the Duke Thomas Signal, Con-El Superboy, and both versions of the Jay Garrick Flash. Then, with the most recent Batman wave, we have the Hush Batman, both versions of the Nightfall Catwoman, both versions of the Rebirth Mr. Freeze, and the Infinite Frontier Joker. Now let's check them out Next are some action figures from different various companies, so we can see how he fits in, both scale and style-wise, in case you don't know which lines you can mix him with. Since he's a McFarlane toy, they're typically the 7-inch scale. I'm going to start off my comparisons with some of the large action figure lines I collect, and work my way smaller. But first, let's check him out with some of his McFarlane Toys brothers. In front of you are 5 different action figure lines, all from McFarlane Toys, all 7-inch scale. Then, next is some more McFarlane Toys. These are from different various video game properties. And now, next is some Jack-specific wrestling figures. Here's the Flash, next to one of my wife's wine glasses. And this one says, "A wise woman once said, 'Fuck this shit,' and she lived happily ever after." And here he is, next to some DST, or Diamond Select toys. Then, next to some DC Direct and DC Collectibles figures. And here he is, standing with some NECA figures. Then, next to some Mattel wrestling figures. Now, next to some Jazzwares AEW wrestlers. And here he is, next to some Mezco 112 collective figures. Then, with some Mattel DC Universe Classics and Multiverse figures. And here he is, with some Mafex figures. Then, with some Hasbro Marvel Legends. And here he is, next to some SH Figure Arts action figures. And finally, next to some Jazzwares Fortnite figures. So overall, it's a cool looking figure. The black and white looks good. Yellow accents makes perfect sense, as yellow kind of signifies lightning bolts like the Speed Force. The figure looks good, but it's not very practical. This figure is for people who just want to have a nice looking figure on their shelf in their collection, not for people doing a bunch of action figure photography, as it just doesn't really work. He doesn't look normal. That being said, McFarlane achieved what they wanted. They made a figure that's visually pleasing and sold out completely. I do hope this is not going to become a regular thing, but they sold out, so why would they not make more? So this is D Hunter. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you liked the video, press like below. If you have anything you want to say with the video, add to the comment section. If you want to see additional action figure reviews from me, press subscribe. I do appreciate when you do that. Once again, this is D Hunter. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll talk to you guys real soon.